Have you ever wondered why men only text you back when you start to forget about them? It's not magic. It's not luck. It's psychology. And today, you're going to uncover one of the deepest truths about love, something most women overlook. Men don't love you when they are with you. They love you when they are away from you. Matthew Hussey. This is a quote that makes you stop for a few seconds to reflect. Because the truth is, it's the distance, not the clinginess, that ignites desire in a man's mind. Matthew Hussey is not just a dating expert, he's an emotional philosopher. A modern-day thinker on the dynamics between men and women. His talks are not just relationship advice, they are a roadmap for women to reconnect with their core values. Let's explore the secrets that will make you the woman he can't stop thinking about. From understanding and applying deep psychology to naturally creating attraction, what you're about to learn in this video will completely change how you view love and connection. Don't miss out on the valuable insights from Shining Mirror-LVB, your source for deep life and love lessons. Space, the secret weapon of attraction. Women often believe that in order to keep a man, they must always be present, constantly by his side, caring for him, and maintaining regular contact. But Matthew Hussey says the opposite. And this might surprise many, it's the timely absence, the conscious silence, that makes a man begin to miss you. You might think that if you're not constantly texting, not initiating every conversation, or not always being present in his life, you'll be forgotten. However, what Hussey emphasizes is that being present 24/7 is not the way to maintain long-term attraction. In fact, it can kill desire. Imagine a simple scenario: you have a favorite song. You listen to it every day, even multiple times a day. At first, it brings you great joy. But over time, the special feeling fades. This is exactly why absence, when done at the right moment, becomes a secret weapon of attraction. When you allow someone to not see you all the time, you create space for them, and that space makes them miss you more. Distance doesn't mean disconnect. Distance is an opportunity for both people to step back and re-evaluate the relationship. To spark desire and curiosity. When you create space, you're not just pulling back, you're fostering longing. That's when the man starts thinking, where is she? Why can't I stop thinking about her? Therefore, the key is learning how to step back at the right moment. Don't cling. Don't overwhelm others with your presence. Don't fear absence. Instead, make it a powerful tool for creating lasting attraction. Give yourself and him time to reflect and miss each other. And when you return, you won't just be a part of his life. You'll be someone he can't stop thinking about. Don't react, attract. When a man pulls away, most women's first instinct is to feel anxious, confused, and try to fix the situation. We often think that when he's not texting as much or not giving us as much attention, that's the moment we need to act and bring him closer. However, this only causes you to lose your position. Matthew Hussey presents a completely different approach. Instead of reacting, shift your mindset from rushing to fix things to proactively creating space. When you sense the man pulling away, that's the moment for you to take control, not by texting or doing something to fix things, but by stepping back, slowing down, and observing. The unspoken energy, the energy of presence and steadiness, is the most attractive invitation. When you don't rush, when you naturally create space and are not afraid of it, you become someone of value that he cannot overlook. This is how you give him space to think, to feel, and to understand himself, instead of rushing to pull him closer. The reason why unspoken energy is so attractive is because it creates calmness and peace. Instead of loud words or rushed actions, it's your steadiness, your calmness, and your confidence in simply remaining poised and not doing anything that draws him in. Femininity doesn't equal weakness. In the video, Matthew Hussey shares a profound perspective on the concept of femininity, which many people often misunderstand. Femininity is not about being submissive or dependent on others. It's about having soft boundaries. It's about being gentle, but with principles. Sustainable attraction doesn't come from always pleasing others, but from staying true to yourself, to your values and your principles. This may sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you know who you are, when you know you deserve certain things and never fear showing up as your authentic self, you become someone who attracts naturally, without trying too hard. Hussey also emphasizes an important point: when you stop texting constantly. Stop seeking certainty from others, and simply show up with your full energy. You become a mystery. A man is always drawn to women who don't do everything to capture his attention, but rather those who know how to keep a part of themselves for themselves. Creating space for curiosity and discovery. It's this unpredictability, this maintaining a bit of mystery, that makes you unforgettable. When you stop needing to be constantly present. When you stop asking for certainty or chasing after someone. You allow yourself to shine naturally and become the person that men can't stop thinking about. And that's what creates lasting attraction. So remember, femininity is not weakness, it's the perfect combination of softness and strength. Confidence and humility. You don't have to be the best. You just need to be yourself, and never forget that. Women often tend to blame themselves when a man changes. They think his change reflects something they've done wrong. That they're not good enough, not attractive enough, or not capable of keeping him around. But the truth is, his changes don't always reflect you. Sometimes, it's simply part of his personal journey. The emotions and experiences he needs to face and overcome. What truly matters here is how you respond to that change. Many women panic and feel insecure when they notice differences in a man's behavior. But instead of being overwhelmed, how you maintain your composure and calm is what makes the real difference. It's what sets apart those who get caught up in others' emotions from those who know how to control themselves. Maintain their poise, and stay true to who they are. Matthew Hussey emphasizes an incredibly important point: when you maintain an unbothered attitude, you become incredibly admirable. This doesn't mean you become cold or indifferent, but it means you prioritize your own emotions over the need for validation from others. You don't need to do everything to make others see you as the perfect person. You just need to be yourself and let your inner light shine. When you stop feeling the need to prove your worth to anyone. When you stop letting your emotions be dictated by someone else's changes. You become the most powerful and confident person. That's the kind of attraction that's both powerful and lasting. That confidence comes from the understanding that your worth doesn't depend on someone's approval or validation. You are independent, self-assured, and admirable because you don't need to do something to keep someone around. Energy is not something you create to impress. It's something you maintain to protect yourself. When it comes to attraction and appeal, we often think of creating an impressive image, a powerful energy to draw attention, especially from men. However, Matthew Hussey presents a completely different view. Energy is not something you create to impress. It's something you maintain to protect yourself. The energy Hussey refers to is not about showing off or pretending to please others. It's not a facade you put on to grab attention. In fact, it's the energy you possess when you live a life full of passion, with clear goals and inner peace. When you love yourself, pursue your own passions, and maintain inner calm, you no longer need to try to impress anyone else. Because, at that point, your independence, confidence, and self-sufficiency already become a powerful, magnetic energy. One key point Hussey makes is that when you live with what he calls liberating energy, you don't need others to feel complete. You don't need a man to feel your worth. That's why men are drawn to you, because they sense that you don't need them, but you want them. That's the subtle yet incredibly powerful difference. When you live with a strong sense of self and a life full of purpose, men will realize that you are not someone who needs them to be whole, but someone who wants them to be part of your life, complementing the values and goals you've already built. It's this confidence, independence, and inner peace that create an irresistible and lasting attraction. Standards are not barriers, they are filters. In relationships, many women often fear that setting high standards will lead to loneliness or that they will have to change themselves to fit someone else. However, Matthew Hussey firmly states, standards are not barriers, they are filters. The standards you set in your life and relationships act as a measure of your worth, helping you filter out those who aren't truly compatible with you. Instead of changing yourself to fit them, you don't have to change yourself to be loved. On the contrary, when you live according to the values and standards you set, the right person will naturally appear in your life. The key is to remain firm in your core values and not compromise, no matter how challenging the circumstances may be. When you love and respect yourself, You will attract people who also know how to love and respect you in a genuine way. Matthew Hussey shares a profound quote: "If you have to convince someone to stay, they were never truly there." This is an important reminder that you don't have to do everything to keep someone by your side. If someone truly cares and wants to be with you, they will never need convincing. They will stay because they see and value what you bring to the relationship. Remember, when you set standards and live by them, you're not only protecting yourself from unhealthy relationships, but you're also making space for authentic, meaningful, and valuable connections. Energy and calmness are the keys to lasting attraction. When a man stops texting, don't rush to text back with, "I miss you." Instead, send a message without words. Silence. Calmness. Your energy is not something you need to force to get someone's attention. It's something you maintain to protect yourself. Silence and inner peace send a strong signal that you don't need him to feel complete. When he feels your self-sufficiency and patience, he will naturally come back. When he returns, don't ask, "Where have you been?" Ask, "What made you want to reconnect?" This question not only shows confidence, but it also helps you maintain respect and control. You're not the one who needs to explain or chase after him. He's the one who has to find the reason to want to be with you. And when you start feeling like you have to do more to keep him, stop and ask yourself, "Is he doing the same for me?" This is an important question that helps you realize your worth in the relationship. If you're always the one trying and sacrificing more, but not getting the same attention or effort in return, it's time to reevaluate and adjust how you engage in that relationship. The key is to understand that lasting attraction doesn't come from doing more to keep someone around, but from the energy you create and maintain. When you hold on to calmness, confidence, and independence, you will attract people who are worthy of you, those who want to be with you for who you are, not because you're trying to do something to keep them. Don't forget, you are the gift. Finally, never forget that you are the gift. Not because you're trying to become the perfect woman, but because you already are yourself, valuable, strong, and profound. You don't need to change yourself or do anything to deserve someone's love. The right man will recognize that from the first moment he meets you. He won't make you doubt your worth. Matthew Hussey has a very thought-provoking quote: "He will come back if you come back to yourself first." That's the key to building a healthy and lasting relationship. You don't need to change yourself to fit someone else. Live by your values, and when you're truly yourself, the right man will naturally enter your life. If you feel that what I've shared resonates with something in your heart, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Have you ever experienced the feeling of pulling away or losing connection? How did you maintain your energy, confidence, and standards during that time? Share your story. Together, we can become shining mirrors for each other, helping each other grow and live by our true values. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Keep believing in yourself and continue to shine like the one-of-a-kind star you are in this vast universe.